What ain't YouTube? It's your boy Kurt, and I'm back with another video. Peace to the guys, peace to the goddesses, peace to the kings, peace to the queens, peace to everybody tapping in, peace to the peasants too. Don't forget the peasants, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, bruh, I just want to make a video. Young Philly, bruh. Young Philly, bruh. For all y'all who don't know who Young Philly is, famous YouTuber from the UK. Very famous, big entertainer, you know what I'm saying? Associated with niggas like Chunks, associated with, I forgot his group name, but this is a nigga I used to follow, bro. This is a nigga I used to watch when I was younger, like a few years ago, back in my high school days, bro. You know what I'm saying? Funny ass nigga. Niggas is funny, bro. You know what I'm saying? Entertainers, but. So some shit just happened to him. He was traveling to Australia, right? And then he slipped up, bro. He slipped up in a nutshell. He got accused of what? Sexual assault. Sexual assault, bruh. They accused the homie of sexual assault by a 20-year-old too, on a 20-year-old. And the reason I'm making the video is because it's so crazy that this happened like a day after I just made a video about how 90% of men are lust-driven and how, like, if you want to be different, you have to separate yourself from that so you can become a 1%. My nigga. This nigga was just traveling, fool. Like, this nigga was just traveling. And one thing I realized, bro, is like when you get success to a certain level, it's so many temptations, it's so many things that they come in your way. Like, the more success you get, the more temptations and the more things become easier for you to get access to, and the more power you have over a lot of things. But at the same time, your choices, my nigga, like your choices have to be much more calculated than having to be an average Joe. For real. Because when you become successful, bro, number one, a lot of people know you, bro. A lot of people are watching. Number two, a lot of people look up to you. Number three, bro, is not a lot of people are happy for you. Like, this is what happens when you become successful, bro. And this nigga Philly, bro, he was well known all over the world, not just in the UK, my nigga. Like, I'm talking about everywhere on the planet. He was well known. So I think he was doing the show in Australia. This nigga got accused of sexual assault. And there's always two sides of the story, right? That's why I'm not quick to bash nobody when it comes to sexual assault. It's always two sides. But the reason I'm making this video is because, my nigga, my previous video told you, in a world where it's 90% of men who are driven by lust, you have to be separate from that to become a 1%. So that starts by what? Desexualizing your mind, my nigga. Like, niggas is walking around horny, nigga. Like, you can't let your dick control your every move, bruh. Like, bruh, you can't let your dick control your every move. Because look what happened to Young Philly, bruh. Now he, what, 2 years out? Nigga got 2 years in a country that's not even his. He got 2 years in a foreign country, bruh. He locked up for 2 years. And you know what's crazy? All the deals he had, bro. I heard some of them got retracted. I don't know much information about this, but all them brand deals he had, a lot of them pulled out because of what just happened. A lot of them pulled out. Bro, his case is not looking pretty. Like, his case is not looking pretty at all. And this is a result of not being able to control your sexual urges as a man, my nigga. This is why I'm saying the moment you can do that, bro, you literally become separate and you literally become a 1%. This nigga got accused of what? 4 times penetration without consent. 4 times, nigga, on the same female, on the same woman. And then he got accused of what? Strangling a bit. Strangling the female too. I don't know how many times, nigga. I just seen that shit and I couldn't stay on it. I just had to hop on the YouTube and record a video for y'all. But, like, my nigga, like I said, bro, in my previous video, it's not just your generation who don't even know how to control their sexual urges, but your father's generation and your grandfather's too, nigga. Like, niggas were not taught how to control their emotional and sexual urges, and this is how kings fall, bruh. Because when you look at niggas like Philly, he was basically a king. He had a lot of resources that people needed. He had a lot of social proof. This is what kings have. In today's society, that's what we would call a king, right? Very successful male, somebody who got all the resources that he can provide to you and social proof and etc. You know what I'm saying? A nigga who can make things happen. His name was huge, bro. But this thing that just happened has tainted his name, and it has everything to do with sex, my nigga. Like, that's the saddest part. It's got everything to do with sex, lust. He just couldn't control his wheelie. He just couldn't control his willy, bruh. He couldn't control the penis, my nigga. Like, you couldn't control the dick. He had sexual urges, couldn't control them. This is why the moment you can become aware of this, and the moment you are able to control your urges, bro, you literally become separate. If you want success, like, success comes from being able to control your penis, bro. Because the moment, my nigga, like, you have to understand game, right? As a man, bro, your beauty's not judged by how you look. It's literally judged by the amount of money you have, the amount of resources you got, stuff like that. So the more you gain, bro, it's like it becomes easy for you to get women. It becomes easy for women to come into your peripheral because they be choosing automatically. You have to understand that, bro. And if you were not taught or don't know how to control your urges, my nigga, like, this shit can be detrimental to you. Because number one, bro, when you become famous, not just people watching, it's also niggas that don't want you at the top that are watching too, including females, nigga. So they can do literally anything, including throwing themselves at you just to get your ass like they got Philly. Now he's down bad, but he got 2 years. I wonder how his homies feel. I wonder how they feel, bro. Like, and it's sad because it's a reality. Like, a lot of kings, bro, have fallen. We done seen soccer players get jail time. And what the thing is, like, when it comes to fame, like I said, it's always two sides to the story. So, fuck knows what happened in that so-called hotel, bro. Shorty might have not got her what she wanted out of it, and then decided, like, they might have both been fucking with each other, bro. That's the truth of the matter, because he's young Philly. But, and I know how women be, bro, when it comes to a nigga that they think is better. Like, it's game, my nigga. That's the thing. Storyline, she might have fucked with a nigga. They might have been fucking with whatever they was doing. Who knows what was going on in there. And then maybe she might have not got it what she wanted out of the whole situation. And then she went to the court, bro. And you already know this world is wired in such a way that women always got the upper hand, especially when it comes to things like sexual assault, rape, etc. You're already losing, bro. You're already losing. And the moment you can understand this, bro, like, you need to be able to control your urges, my nigga. You need to be able to control the urges, because that's what's going to be the death for you. We done seen kings fall because they give their power away. And he technically gave his power away by doing the things that he did, that the things that they say that he did, the things they're accusing him of doing, that's technically him giving his power away, bro, because he couldn't control himself. He couldn't control his emotional and sexual urges. So you need to be able to do that, bro. That's why I semen retention. That's why we practice these things, bro. And don't turn this shit into a religion. You know what I'm saying? But you just have to understand. You got to get to realize, bro. A lot of kings fall because they're not able to control their sexual urges. And it's a thing that we were never taught. It's a thing that our fathers never spoke to us about. It's a thing that our grandfathers never spoke to our fathers about. And it's definitely a thing that their fathers never spoke to our grandfathers about. You know what I'm saying? So we stuck in a cycle where we have a lot of weak men. If a man is not addicted to porn, then he's a lust addict. He's addicted to having sex. He cannot control his urges. This is 90% of men on the planet. You have to separate yourself from them type of males, my nigga. You have to. That's the only way you can become most powerful and successful. If you can control your penis, then you'll be able to control everything else in your reality. Everything else in your reality, bruh. This is, like I was saying, bro, this is why we practice things like semen retention. This can help you take control back of your life. This can help you take control of your reality, bruh. The moment you can control your sexual urges, it's easy for you to control so many other things, because most men are slaves to their urges. They're slaves to things like sex. They're slaves to things like porn. You're slaves to things that you don't have control over. You know what I'm saying? And it takes you understanding that your fathers were not taught these things. Your grandfathers either. So you literally have to be the one to change yourself, change this, desexualize this. Because it just makes sense, my nigga. Like, when I go back and I start watching these niggas podcasts, bro, all they talk about is sex and shit, nyash, and like all this shit, bro, like all lust-driven topics, my nigga. That's all they be talking about, and it literally became, and that literally was his detriment. the shit that you was talking about all the time on these videos, on the podcast. And funny thing is, it's a lot of kids who look up to niggas like these. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of kids who out here looking up to niggas like these, and his detriment was that exactly which he was always talking about in these videos and shit. Cool ass nigga, not bashing him, but I'm saying, control your sexual urges, control your emotional urges as a man. This is how you become top tier. We gotta work on this on a day-to-day basis. You have to be, it's a thing of how, it's like you have to be constantly aware of yourself, constantly aware of your behavior, constantly aware of what triggers and what's controlling your behaviors. This can come through self-reflection, meditation. Like, you have to be doing this thing so you're aware of this, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I made this video, to remind you, bruh. Don't let things like that be your detriment too, because you find out that you might be chasing all that shit right now, and it's stopping you from reaching your goals. It's stopping you because you constantly chasing sexual pleasure. You're constantly chasing these lust-driven actions, and your actions are gonna show because your mind is constantly focused on the wrong things. So the moment you can desexualize this and take control, bro, you'll be able to move forward and propel to the next stage. We all gotta learn, but we living and we learning, you know what I'm saying, on the day-to-day. And you can learn from niggas like Philly. You can learn as an example, you know what I'm saying? At least it wasn't you. You know what I'm saying? At least it's not niggas around you. So you have to live and learn, because some other niggas, you know what I'm saying, set the example for you so that you know how to move. And it's sad that it had to be through experience, not learning through listening. Learning through experience, I guess that's young Philly's detriment, but I'm just here to remind you, bruh, be able to control your urges emotionally and sexually. The moment you can do that, then you have control back of your life. And you're most likely not to end up in prison like the boy Philly, man. And with that being said, man, that's today's video, man. Peace. I'm gonna check y'all on the next one. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. And I'm out.